Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome to my channel. I am doing tonight a little tutorial how I do makeup when I put my makeup on. And this is going to be kind of funny because I've never done this before, and I'm not doing like my eyes or anything like that, but I just had to show you some new products that I got today. Anyway, so hold on one second. So I got some new products today from, let me find her business card right here, Brittany Dawn, and there is all her information, her Etsy store. I believe she has another link too. I'll have to find it. And her makeup company is called Fancy Dawn, and then it says, "Will you define the beauty?" It's so super cute because she, I actually got into this when she first started. She had sent me some colors and some pigments, and I'm really huge into, I love bold colors, as you can tell on my lips right here. But it's funny because I don't wear a lot of makeup, and I don't do it a lot. So in my other blog, in my vlog that you saw with me, if you guys saw it, with me and Chelsea when we went to Ulta, we went to the brow bar to get our brows done. So we got them tinted and waxed. And I don't know if you can tell, mine are a little off because they're growing in. Like, I ultimately want the arch that is in this one, but this brow is a little short. So it needs to grow a little more on top here, because when you go to the, I usually get mine done at the nail places, and the lady was telling me, they always do the top, and you really shouldn't do that. So she was saying that this one actually came out pretty good, and it has an arch. So this one looks pretty decent. Like I said, I've never had an arch in my eyebrows before. And I was saying to Chelsea, I'm like, I'm so OCD. I'm like, I want them to be perfect. I want them to be identical. She's like, your eyebrows are cousins. They're not sisters. And I was like, what? She's like, everyone thinks they should be perfectly identical, and they're not. They never are. So, that's the case. So if you guys, this is pretty funny, and Brittany's probably going to kill me for this, but so what I do just to fill in, like I did it right before this video, and I hope it doesn't look too horrid in here. I don't have a brow pencil. I don't really like the look of a brow pencil or brow powder. I know it's to, if you could see, there's little sparse spots over here and stuff like that. I know it's to kind of fill all that in. It just seems to me to look a little heavy, a little dramatic, and a little, I don't know. It just reminds me of my grandmother, how she used to kind of draw her stuff in. And I know a lot of people do it. My daughter does it and everything like that. But I just don't prefer a really, intense brow like that. So what I use, just a little tip and trick for you guys, in case you guys are wondering, if you guys have like the perfect shape, if you guys find your shape is really good or whatever, but your what did she call these? Your wings. She was saying your wings. She says there's always one that's shorter than the other. This one should go perpendicular here. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's everything doing the opposite. But it should go from the corner of your eye like that, and that's where it should end. So see, this one ends perfectly, right? This one, let's see if I can do this without without cutting my eye with this business card. This one, as you can see, needs some work. It's short. So, yeah, it's short. Hold on. It's not that short, but it's short. So it needs a little work. So this brow needs some work. So what I do, and this is just a quick kind of way, is this is what I use. I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but if anybody else does this, let me know. This is Define a Lash Volume Mascara from Maybelline. It's waterproof. And all I do is I take it, and this is in brownish black, because that's really, I don't want to do, my hair is almost black, but I don't want to do black brows. So, that's just too dramatic for me. So I just do this, and I just, sweep along and then sweep down, and then, you know, I wait, whatever, and I do the other one, and then I just kind of like say, this brow to me looks perfect on camera right here, but this one is looking a little wonky, but you know, I gotta grow it out. I'll go back to the wax bar at Ulta next month. But you know, to me, it just makes it a little darker, and it tames all those kind of stray hairs, because once you get it like into place, you know, it's waterproof, and so the mascara just kind of, you guys have seen like the brow gels before, kind of the same concept, but this is just what I prefer to use. So that's just my little tip anyway. So today what I got from Brittany, darling, is the main thing I purchased. Well, I purchased two things, and one I'm going to show you, I'm going to put on my face, and I will show you. The other one I'm not going to, just because it takes way too much time, and I could never do it like in front of a camera and stuff. But I will tell you how I'm going to use it, because I don't use eyeshadow per se. Like, I don't do the whole eyeshadow thing. It's too much makeup for me. I just don't like it. I like more of a liquid eyeliner, you know, cat eye kind of thing, and then my lips, and that's it. That's all I use. And of course mascara, you know, when I do wear eye makeup. But I have very sensitive eyes. My eyes are, I have severe dry eye, which is why you guys don't see me in contacts or without glasses a lot, is because I cannot wear contacts because my dry eye is horrible. I know that they are coming out, or they have come out with mascara contacts that supposedly go along your whole cornea, and like not just your pupil, and really holds all the moisture in your eye. Not quite sure how that works, but I was reading up on it, so I'm going to ask I do have an eye appointment for new glasses, so I'm going to ask them about that. So the first thing that I bought was, I saw in LENEA mentioned it in her beauty tips and tricks. She loves Fancy Dawn Cosmetics, so I will post LENEA's link below too, because she's got so many good tips and tricks. But I purchased this. This is the HD Prime and Finish. And so this, how you use this, because I was like, I want that, like, because it supposedly gets rid of, you know, some fine lines and under eye circles and all this other stuff, and I was like, I want that. I'm very heavy-handed when I do use makeup, so I don't really use foundation. I use BB cream, just because I am very heavy-handed. I'm not one of those, like, dots, dot, dot, dot. No, I'm just like, you know, slathered all over my face, and I just can't stand that. So I just prefer a naked face. Like, I just don't really bother with that kind of stuff, but that's just me. So it says use after moisturizing, before any foundation, powder, and or after full makeup application. Find which way works for you. I use before foundation and after my full makeup is complete, to have double layer of freshness. Focus on T-zone and oily parts of face, wrinkles, blemishes, and acne. So like things that you really kind of want to cover up. So so the way Brittany uses it is she'll moisturize, and then she will use the primer, this HD primer, and I'll show you the color. It's translucent, so she will use this. This cute little label too with a little lipstick. It's so cute and fancy. She will use this before she puts on any foundation, and then she'll put on her foundation, her full makeup, and whatever, her blush and her contour, whatever. And I don't get into all that stuff, the contouring and the highlighting and all that other stuff. And then she will reapply. So, you know, and I know LENEA was saying that like her makeup doesn't budge. Like, it's really, really, really good when she uses this stuff. So, and she's, you know, she's in Cali, so like she sweats a lot and stuff. So, but I have very combination skin. Like, I get oily up here, but I'm really kind of dry everywhere else. And it's kind of funny because I used to have really super duper oily skin, which a lot of people are like, oh, your skin's so nice, you know. I'm sure they mean for your age. But I think what it is that because I did grow up with super duper oily skin, you tend to have better skin as you get older, you know, but now it's definitely a combination, especially in the winter. So I'm, you know, I exfoliate and stuff like that because it's definitely has changed. It feels very, very dry to me, and, you know, ashy, like, I don't know. Even here where I see, yeah, you probably can't see it in the video, but I see oil, you know, little shininess and stuff like that. It still feels dry to me, but anyway, that's just me. So that's how she uses this. So because I don't use full makeup, I'm going to use, I got this at the Brow Bar too. They give a little sample, and I love this brand. This is better than, or bigger than BB. Big, it's called the Big Easy. It's liquid to powder benefit, their version of the BB cream. So this is just, it says balances moisture, controls oil, self-adjusts on skin to your exact shade, protects and evens with liquid to powder finish, protects with SPF 35 to prevent aging. It's funny because the lady at the store actually told me to buy cheaper BB creams, like, you know, you can get them from, you know, CoverGirl and all that kind of stuff. She says the bigger companies try to combat all these different things with the BB cream, and it, you know, it's just, it's kind of a fail. She said it just, you know, she says I just use the anything you get at the grocery, not grocery store, I guess you could too, in the cosmetic aisle, but in the, you know, your local pharmacy or whatever. But for today's purpose, this is what I'm going to be using, just because I have this on hand and I did want to try it. So I'm going to take this little tube. See, now this is what's funny, okay? And this is what my daughter says all the time. And if you saw her in the Ulta video, she goes, then you're using it wrong, Mom. You may have noticed her say that, because this little thing to me is like, this is a full face right here. One application, you know? That's just me. But this is a 003. Oh, I think she gave us a light to medium. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just going to dot some of this on, and because BB cream is moisturizing also, so I just took a little dot here, and I'm just kind of, especially around my eyes, to even out my skin tone. And I always use my fingers, guys. I don't use brushes. I'm not one of those people to really, you know, get into makeup as far as that's concerned. The only time I will use it, and I will explain to you later in this video, is for like one or two brushes, is for like one or two purposes. And I will do this side. This is kind of difficult to do on camera, actually. And I am probably using way more than I should. But see, my skin is so fair that you probably won't even really notice. You know what I'm noticing too, though? This is leaving, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that kind of the chalkiness it's leaving? I don't know if I'm liking this BB from Benetint, or Benefit, or whatever. I don't know if I'm liking this so much. But it, you know, I kind of liked the idea because it was the powder to finish, or powder, liquid to powder. And then I'll just do a little right here. Close my eyes. And of course, you guys, excuse me if my eyes water tremendously, because I have very translucent eyelids. I don't know if everybody else does, but I do. So, but my eyes will water. Because anything that I do around my eyes is going to water. Okay, the next one. So they tend to, my eyes tend to look all the way. You can see maybe the veins and stuff like that. It's very, my kids have it too. It's hysterical because they have skin just like me. Like, I used way too much right there. Like, that was ridiculous. But that's okay. They're just like me. Like, I call it, you know, parchment skin. Like, totally transparent. And of course, you know, you have to make all these funny faces as you do this. Okay, So there you go. So there's my application. If you guys can see any difference or not. And you know what's funny is this is of the BB cream. And what's kind of funny is that, of course my eyes are watering now. Can you see this little thing right here? This is the, oh, nobody's perfect. This is like a little sty. This just developed. I don't know where it came from. It's hysterical. It's just a little white dot, and it's so weird. It's a little raised, and it just developed one day, and you know, it's never gone away. And I don't know what it is. But okay, so that's the BB cream. So now I'm going to take my brush. Oh, I had a brush. Where's my brush? Oh, don't do this to me. Where's my brush? Oh, here it is. My kabuki brush. I love these things. Oh, my eyelashes are sticking together. Oh my god. Okay, and so I will apply the HD primer, and what's really cute, it comes like this, and this has a sticker on it, but it's got that little shaker kind of tap, which is really neat because you can just pat it, turn it over, and then use what's in there. Hold on, I didn't do that quite enough. Pat it, and then turn it back over, and then it gives you some, say there's some on the lid, there's some on the top. I'm going to just put this right here. I'm going to use what's on the lid right now. I just dip my brush in it, swirl my brush in it, and just in a circular motion, just sort of spread this on my skin. Okay, let me just put that lid down. I kind of like to tap it into the lid and then use it, but you could use it, you know, any way you want. I got this, in fact, when I opened it, I got it all over my shirt. So it was kind of funny. So then I will do my nose, and I normally don't like to powder my nose, which I know that sounds funny to you guys, like everyone's like, powder your nose. I mean, you know, that's a saying, but I don't, because I tend to have like flaky skin on there. Okay, so I'm gonna close my eye for a second. Can I close one eye? I don't know. See if I can do this without. Okay. And then I will do the top. You know, just to kind of set everything. And in this I could probably use a smaller brush, but okay. So now I don't know if you guys can see in this lighting any difference, but I have like dark spots. And like I said, it's kind of hard on camera to tell. You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to use this just so I can see closer. Yeah, see, my nose is really super dry, so that needs to be like super duper moisturized. And then I will go and do the other eye. And it's not picking it up on camera, but and I like this too, because this is really good for when I put on my liquid eyeliner, because it has something to grab onto. So you just dip it in there, and it's just there you go. And this really does feel like it's not going to, you know, that it would definitely set your makeup up. I will probably next time use it with a more moisturizing BB cream instead of like this drying one, this one that dries to a powder. I think that kind of defeats the purpose. But so the other thing I got, I want to show you, is that I'm liking how my skin looks in this video. Oh, I have a little extra there. Okay, so the thing I got was this palette of eyeshadows. Now, I don't use eyeshadows, but what I will do, and Brittany made these up just for me. I had asked her, she said, what colors do you want? So she mixed them up. And this is the Peacock collection. And it's got her cute little label right here. Come on, focus. Okay. And this is Peacock Green. So I will show you the bottom of this one. Oh, this is gorgeous. Peacock Green. And again, these have the little, they have the tape on them, so you can't, so you can see. But this is very highly pigmented makeup. Come on, focus. It's very highly pigmented. Why is this not focusing for me? Okay, anyway. So you really only need to use a little teeny bit, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. You know what this reminds me of? Like an army green. It's really, really pretty. I love it. So I will use these with distilled water and a little, paintbrush or eyeliner brush. Lip liner is usually the brush that I use, and paint it on right here on the top of my lids, and as a liquid eyeliner, and it's really bold and amazing, and I find that it stays amazing. And then I would put the I would just lightly dust with this afterwards too to make sure that it's set. And this is the Peacock Purple. Love this. I know it looks more blue on my camera, but this is so shimmery and beautiful and amazing. And this one has to be one of my favorites. This is Peacock Blue. And this looks just like Peacock Blue. Like, I'm going to bring this color in and be like, this is the color I want my hair. Is this focused? There you go. Absolutely gorgeous. So, and again, see, it's got the little holes. I didn't, of course, undo it. Now, this is a white. This is a shimmer. And she was telling me that you could use this as like a highlighter also, too. So, like, I don't normally do the, under your brows, but I may start doing that, to highlight that. You can do, like right here to highlight, and you can even do like down your nose if you want to kind of make your nose look a little smaller kind of thing. So that was really super duper cool. And this is called Satin. The white one is called Satin, but it's a shimmery, if you just want to kind of jazz things up a little bit and just not be completely matte. I'm usually a completely matte person, except for my, my eyeliner is always kind of glittery and intense. But when you use this with the distilled water and the, the brush effect, and you just use it like, you just paint it on like with a liquid eyeliner. Obviously, don't dip your brush in water into this. Sprinkle some onto a paper plate, whatever. And then, you can either use your brush, put a couple drops of the stuff in or whatever, and then use it that way. Because that will, you don't want to contaminate your stuff. But I just think this palette is like absolutely amazing. So anyway, guys, that's my tip tricks. And the other thing that I'm wearing, in case you guys are wondering, because I know someone mentioned it, and of course I should have drawn, okay, I know I've mentioned this before, but because my wisdom teeth are messed up, my jaw is misaligned. So if you notice my lips, this one is thicker than this one. And so normally when I use this stuff, what I do is I just kind of, paint on the outside a little, darker, a little, outside the line a little bit, like coloring outside of the lines. but I didn't do that tonight. But what I'm using is a product that I actually got in Arizona, and it's this stuff will stay on all day. I could sleep on this. It's amazing. It's really good. I can't think of the name of it right now. Beauty Sense. And like, I could use this all day, eat, drink, whatever. And all I have to do is keep reapplying the top coat, which gives you that kind of little shiny, you know, shininess. And, you know, but you just slick it on. Not, you know, it's not heavy at all. It's very light, and you just keep layering for the intensity. And this obviously is blue, I think bluish red or something, I think it's called. And you just put it on and you let it dry, wait 5 seconds, you do one of these things like, you know, and then you do the top. And like I said, so normally I would do this side a little thicker, and you wouldn't even know the difference between my lip and my, you know. And then you let it dry, and then it has a top coat that you just put on there, and you can't use any other top coat with it. And it just keeps everything nice and moist or whatever. But that, anyway, guys, so those are my little tips and tricks. And again, here is her business card. So thank you, Brittany, very much. I will post the information again below. I will also post LENEA's information below, because I do know that LENEA uses a lot of her products. This Big Easy, better than BB. I don't know. I don't know if I like it, to be honest with you, from Benefit. I usually love Benefit products. I like that it's an SPF 35. It says you should reapply every 2 hours, but I don't know. I think the oil to powder thing is not necessarily good for my face, just because I do have such a dry nose and everything like that. But of course, I didn't exfoliate and do all that stuff before this video either. So, but anyway, guys, so that are my little tips and tricks, just to let you know. And I will put all of Dawn's, and there we go. There's my glasses on. And now, look, ta-da! So I will give you all the tips and tricks, and the tips and tricks, the information where you can find the products that I used. Take care, guys.